Hello and welcome. First things first, I want to wish all the Aries out there happy birthday. So this video is going to be about Saturn in Aquarius, which happened on the 21st, 20th of March. And we're also going to be discussing the Aries new moon, 23rd, 24th of March as well, 2020. So it's been a very interesting year with everything that's been going on and the coronavirus that has happened or happening currently. And I'm going to just do a quick recap of the energy. So I made 2 videos this year, well, a few videos, but 2 was about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and also where I spoke about in Capricorn, which was on the 12th of January. And also I did a video about how to handle the energy of 2020 as well. Now, Saturn was in Capricorn, and when I spoke about what I spoke about mainly in those videos is about structures falling and having to see what structures are falling within your life. And I particularly also spoke about health. Now, Capricorn is a powerhouse, and we've had this energy of Saturn being in Capricorn since the end of 2017. That's when it went into around December 2017. That is when it moved into Capricorn, the energy of Saturn. And during that time, we were all focused on working very hard. You must remember that Capricorn's a 10th house energy. So it's about working very hard, seeing where you want to be, career stuff, all of that, being pushed out of certain aspects of your life, even in relationships too, because you have to work hard. It's about working hard on everything that you want to achieve within relationships and how we are perceived in that 10th house energy, which is how we are seen, all the accolades and basically awards and things we receive within the 10th house because we're working towards them. So marriage, job opportunities, career opportunities, becoming an entrepreneur, working, looking even too at those times during your health, because you would have noticed it at the amount of work you'd have to put in. It physically is also a labor that we'd have to endure. So Saturn and Pluto conjunct on January 12th, and this whole thing happened where all structures need to fall. Everything that we know it to be won't be the same anymore. And during that time, before that, in December, we had what we call the solar eclipse in Capricorn, and then in January, the lunar eclipse in Cancer. Now, the South Node was in Capricorn, and Cancer had the North Node. So Capricorn, house of work, everything that how we want to be perceived, what do we achieve that we can actually see outside of ourselves and actually get recognition for in all aspects of life. But it was in the South Node, which is to do with your karma. So karma is about lessons, challenges. And the North Node was in Cancer, and we had that lunar eclipse. And Cancer is all about home, love, the mother energy, nurturing. So given that we were working so hard during Saturn and Capricorn to achieve all these things and move, it's a physical, you got to move, get things done, continue on. You're just pushing. Eventually, our health would have to become something that we would have to acknowledge, right? And be given South Node was in Capricorn, lessons and challenges towards the health, because we're working so hard, and Capricorn is an earth sign, so it means everything that is physical. You would actually notice everything that is physical within your life, no longer standing, because Saturn brings the challenges, South Node is there, all of that energy. And the North Node being Cancer would be about love, compassion, nurturing, bringing us back home. So we saw that Cancer North Node, when the lunar eclipse happened, actually bring us all back home, because we asked at this very time with the coronavirus and all these things that are happening in the world to spend more time at home with ourselves, with our loved ones, family. That's the 4th house energy, home, family, structure, all of that. The North Node was there, the North Node being destiny. So where we would move towards is to actually be at home and to have this time to to heal, to see after all the things we've been working towards. Do we have love, and how do we cultivate more energy to self, take care of ourselves, go back home? Basically rejuvenation as we know it. Rest, taking it easy, home cooked meals. That's all that Cancer energy. That is it. And then as we were moving out of Saturn in Capricorn, we also had Saturn Aquarius happening. Now, if you know Aquarius, Aquarius is the 11th zodiac, right? And it's all about your social interactions, socializing, interactions, all of that. That's your 11th house energy. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's now in Aquarius, but Saturn's also ruled by Uranus. So it's co-ruled. And Aquarius is the energy of where we have to basically focus more on humanity and our collective energy. That's why it's the social interactions. It's all about the collective, all of us as a whole. Now, this doesn't matter where your zodiac is, if you're a Pisces or a Libra or whatever your zodiac sign may be. Because when we have these major planetary transits, it affects everybody as a collective. It's a global thing that we all feel. Now, Saturn Aquarius is about like social distancing. If you know any Aquariuses and Aquarius moon signs, Saturn Aquarius, or anyone with strong Aquarius placements, they are generally more to themselves. They go within quite often because they feel the energies of everyone around them quite strongly. And oftentimes they have very different ideas and ways of thinking, very original souls. So the way that they think is generally not accepted by everyone, or they generally would feel rejected. So they wouldn't really share it. So they generally social distance. Also, the whole thing about being more concerned about, sharing of things, germs, all of that is that Saturn in Aquarius kind of energy, because Aquarius is very much their things. They'll be if you live with Aquarius, their stuff, they like to keep it separate. It's that. It's being part of the whole, but keeping things separate. And that's Saturn in Aquarius. So Aquarius is very empathic as well. So it feels things very deeply. Remember, it's social interactions, 11th house zodiac. It's close. The next zodiac is going to be Pisces. So basically that energy of feeling everyone's energy. So Aquarius energy is very empathic and they feel things very deeply, and oftentimes are the ones that, even though in a family sector, they would feel kind of different or unique. Somehow they feel, or even feel like an outsider looking in. That's the energy of Aquarius. But they still hold space for everyone around them. Like they'll still be concerned about how does everyone feel before they make a decision. That's Aquarius. Aquarius is like, before I make this decision, how does everyone feel? And they are not afraid to social distance, meaning that if they feel like you kind of pushing the boundary or making them feel uncomfortable, they want to be by themselves. They might not give you a reason because they're not very verbally will communicate that to you, but they will just no longer be there. Lots of times people will tell me that they met Aquarius and Aquarius was interacting with them, and then one day things moved and they were no longer in their lives anymore. Like it's just like this person's dropped off the face of the earth. But that's Aquarius, and no one really ever feels like they know them deeply, because Aquarius always keeps things to themselves. They're around, they'll be around you, they'll be in your space, but they keep things to themselves. It's private, it's separated, yet we're together. And that's the energy that we're all feeling now during the Saturn in Aquarius vibration. We're together, yet we are segregated or separated, and we have to spend more time going within to think of the things of what we want to do for the collective. Aquarius is all about that energy of love and acceptance, meaning that they are very different. So they only tend to spend time with or feel comfortable with people who accept them as they are for their differences. Because they're different. That's just the way their energy comes through of being different. And the most important thing with this message is about acceptance and surrender, that we are different yet all the same. We all are on planet Earth, yet we are different and have different ways that we do things. So acceptance in that while still being together. So we're going to see a lot of new ideas, new ways of doing things, people wanting to work more from home. All of these structures will start wanting to come in, because Saturn Aquarius is about changing structures, looking at new ways to move forward with this energy, right? So it's going to change things, our financial structures, our home lives, how we want to interact, finding a more original way to do it. And we'll want to be in interaction with people that actually truly accept us and love us as we are. Then we also have what we call the Aries new moon. And Aries is the warrior energy. It's ruled by Mars. It's all about taking action. However, Aries has Chiron in it, an asteroid which is the wounded healer. So we want to take action, yet we are wounded. That's what it's about. How do we take action being wounded? We first need to address our wounds. We first need to make sure that we take care of ourselves, because Aries is all about self-care. It's the first zodiac, so it's about self. How do I take care of myself in order to assist others? Otherwise, there's no point to it. So we got to address our wounds mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's what the Aries new moon truly is about. It's about really addressing where there are wounds in your life, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, looking where you are leaking out or losing energy within your life. Leaking out, what I mean, like bleeding, like where's that hurt? Where's there pain? Where is it not moving forward? And actually attending to it, dressing it, nursing it, healing it, so you can be the warrior energy and actually take action. So that's the energy that we're all feeling as a collective. And during this time, it's very important to know that it is, as we move closer to what we call the Aquarius age. Aquarius age is all about the light workers, healers, and empaths. If anything, being introverted and being accountable for our energy is what we've been doing. That is what light workers and healers have been doing. So with this whole coronavirus and everybody having all these fears, doubts, and worries of what will be, this is the time for the light workers, healers, empathic souls to actually rise up and answer the call of what they have been doing. So I've experienced this energy back in 2008, where I finally felt like, oh my gosh, and I became energy sensitive. So even social interactions within malls, people, I would just feel their emotions mentally, emotionally, and physically within me as it was my energy, because we become open to energy. And that's the thing about the Aquarius energy. That's even what's happening now with this Aries moon. It's making us also a bit feisty, but it's making us very open to the energy around us. Like our auric field is just blending into everyone else, and we're all feeling things as one whole group. So if someone else is sick or having issues or is very stressed or worried, you are now absorbing this energy, right? Because you're in their space. So this happened to me in 2008. And thereafter, I began my journey as like working with my energy and becoming responsible for it. How did I do that? I often cleansed my space. So lots of light workers have been lighting incense, saging, smudging. This is a ritual, or I can say not even a ritual, but something that's been going on in every single religious sector, whether it's mosques, churches, synagogues. They're always cleansing their space with incense, because what they're doing, it's a germicidal effect. They're cleansing the air. Himalayan salt lamps, crystals, all of these things, herbs. Last year I even did a herb cleanse to cleanse my internal organs and that of my family and even my pet, in order to boost my immunity. So we become very socially aware of our own energy. And that's what it is. It's about to bring you back to be more aware of your energy so you can assist others. Because when you take care of yourself, when you're increasing your immune system, when you are self-loving, taking time out, reflecting upon yourself, reflecting on the decisions you make and how it can affect everyone around you, you are basically bringing health to the well-being of the collective energy of us all, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that is why this is a time. There are lots of introverts and people that have been to themselves and have been practicing self-care, taking herbs, trying to cleanse their space, keeping it in alignment, like balancing their chakras, focusing on what they're giving and receiving. When they sit around someone, what energy is this? All of that has now come to the surface for us, basically to be more aware of ourselves and what we want to create in our lives going forward. And so we can live a life filled with more peace and love and compassion for us all, as we all become more responsible for our energy. Now's the time to surrender and have faith. Thank you for watching.